This is what I live for.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number one between Can't Connect Stuns and Clouded Minds. We are going to go ahead and be getting into the game in just a second. We did have Can't Connect Stuns automatically win the map pick because they are the higher rated team, or the higher seeded team, I should say. They are going to be taking first pick, which means map pick went over to the side of Clouded Minds. Clouded Minds did choose to ban out Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom, apparently just having no interest in the Raven Lord. They're just like, you know what? Raven Lord just does all kinds of bad things and just makes cores explode and makes minions feel super sick. And we have enough of the plague going around. Let's just get him out of here. On the other side, we do have Can't Connect Suns coming out and getting rid of Volskaya because what is that map? It's not even in Storm League. Who cares about it? Also getting rid of Battlefield of Eternity. We will be going to I said that backward. Can't Connect Suns hates the plague. My bad. We will go ahead and actually be going to Infernal Shrines, which is obviously Clouded Mind's map pick. Eh, this is the problem. Obviously Can't Connect Suns will be the blue team, but their like logo is pinkish, so I just like immediately associate them with the red color, and that's a bit of a whoops. But oh well. Infernal Shrines, interesting map. You need a lot of clear, although maybe not as much clear as you need on Tomb of the Spider Queen. You need to be able to control the point and very, very quickly take out the skeletal minions. But you also need a decent amount of team fight. This is definitely one of the maps that I have a lot less emphasis and a lot less vision on characters like Li Ming because, well, I mean, at the end of the day, Li Ming kind of gets her skill shots blocked by the skeletal minions, so can kind of not be the best mage. Jaina and Kel'Thas get a lot more play on this map. Hogger, of course, Hawker, you can go get a soda while you're cleaning the camp, which is just amazing. Definitely something you want to see. But it looks like we're getting into the map right now, so let's go ahead and get over there, find out what we're going to find out, see what we're going to see, and ban who we're going to ban. Oh, my hands are naked. Whoops, whoops. 1 second, let me go ahead and get accessorized. So we do go to have the blue band coming out up from the blue team. Hey, imagine that. Very, very, very surprising. Also, Wolf, I did not know anything was wrong with your shoulder or arm. What happened? I am concerned. I'm a concerned citizen. Obviously, let me know if the sound levels are okay, because that's important. That really took a long time on that first. I always kind of laugh whenever we have a game where the first band takes forever to come out. So I'm just like, you know, you guys have a long time to talk about this. But we do finally get the Stukov being removed from the map. All right. And a very, very quick answer to Lucio. A little bit of a healer choke coming out from these two teams. Not super, super big, but kind of big. I'm gonna go to the dashboard, get ready for gambling, because I know you guys, and I know how much you like spending your hard-earned channel points. I have to sit in this channel. Oh my god, they are definitely focusing upon the like healers coming out of this for sure. Okay, we do finally have a little bit. I feel like that was a game of chicken where they're just like, we're gonna take away all the healers, and finally, we had Cloud of Minds being like, you know what, we're done. Leave our healers alone. So here's the big question: will we actually have first pick use on a healer? The healer pool is so choked out at the moment. All right, there we go. Although actually, this hand is a little bit like tighter squeezed, and that's going to bother me. No, we do not have a first pick. We have Brainerd getting on that Diablo. The Dibbles is picked up, and an immediate answer with Lompico and Kion. Also not going for the healer. All right, there we go. So we do go ahead and have the last two picks. Here is the big question. With all the emphasis on the healers, I just keep immediately focusing on when is the healer like ban's going to happen? When are we going to see that? And the answer is I don't know. Oh, we do have Malfurion picked up by Slickrub, so that is the choke. Definitely will not see a further healer choke coming out on the side of Cut of Minds. I forgot how to speak. You know, it's okay. Oh, they switched something out. I didn't notice. Sorry, having to catch up. I was too busy accessorizing to keep up with what I was actually doing. So, whoopsie. Kian goes on Sonya and May on Lompico. There we go. All right, there we go. So we do go ahead and have Anduin continuing the healer choke. The real question is, who are we going to end up picking? With everyone taking away a Brightwing. How did Brightwing not get banned? We had people like, okay, actually, none of those healers are bad. I guess I can't complain. Brightwing is just such a top tier healer. I'm amazed that actually didn't get done. So we'd have Starwing on the Brightwing. So kind of like a little bit of a dragon push with both Chromie and Brightwing coming out. So we do have, Gul'dan, and I like the Malthael, although the thing that considers me, I guess the Malthael is going specifically to Sonya, because Chromie can time trap into it. Brightwing doesn't really have an escape. So, and then May obviously has Ice Block. And then the Gul'dan from Eric. I always think Gul'dan's fire is less lengthy than it actually, or more lengthy than it actually is. More girthy. I should probably stop talking like this. I'm gonna get in trouble.
The wait is over.
And finally we have Cassia coming out of Jason. All right, with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have all the teams locked in. Let's go ahead and get into the match. Let's see what we can see. Let's do what we can do. And let's just proceed, I guess. That's what we'll go with. Gambling will come up in just a second. Probably will be up by the time you hear this. Let's get into the game. Look forward to it. Clean fight, clean night. Let's go. Sorry about that, guys. I had a little bit. I'm having kind of an accessory nightmare at the moment. But you know what? We'll get by it. We will enjoy. Oh my gosh, the bee stepping already. CCS, you're toxic. Not really. Obviously, the other team can't see them, so it's not the hugest deal in the world. We do go ahead and have everyone moving into the game right now. The teams are represented by.
5, 4, 3,
Eric playing that Gul'dan, Mainski coming in on the Malfield, Slick Rub on that Malfurion. That's going to be extra fun. Malfield and Malfurion, not going to get confused at all. We do have Diablo being played by Brainer, and Ghost Dunk here on that Sylvanas. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go to have Star Knight playing the Brightwing, Ruffian coming in on Chromie, Labaco is being played by the Mei, Jason on that Cassia, and Keon is playing the Sonya. So here's everyone else kind of moving on through. It does look like we have Malfield and Sonya already moving up into the top lane. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is moving out. A little bit faster rotation could be on the side of CCS, but hot on their heels is Mei leading the charge, waiting to come in here. Raynor did stay back, looking for a wallbang, and absolutely wallbanged Ruffian. Are moving in here, but already we have Malfield coming down, looking for the double soak. Are they actually going to try and engage when they come up here? If so, they Mainski got a little bit impatient and ended up moving away from there. Here we have Mei in the middle of a lot of things. Brainer looking for that flip and charge, or charge and flip, but is not going to find it. Looks like Lopko's going to be okay. Brainer moving very, very aggressively into the other team. Just go ahead and fall back. Meanwhile, we do have Slick Rub, Ghost Dunk, and Eric over here going ahead and dealing with this Khasra Impaler camp. All right, there we go. Sorry, I was fixating on my accessory. It was not perfect, and you guys know how I do. Pulling up the talents, we do go ahead and have Pursuit of Flame already at 9 out of 30 stacks. It does look like Thunderstroke being taken by the Cassia on the other side. But other than that, no optional questing talents. Diablo does not count. There is a nice time trap on, but boom, comes out, and Lopko would knock it out of the way. Lopko in a lot of trouble, is unstoppable, and does go in and heal as well. Is going to survive for the time being. Star Knight taking a lot of damage, and Star Knight is going to be taken out of that. Lopko is not looking healthy, but Diablo actually is the one to go down. Khasra Impaler Camp is taken, and here's Ghost Dunk. Ghost Dunk goes and gets a double kill. Actually, it was Gul'dan, but you know what? Ghost Dunk did the amazing body blocks that prevented the enemy team from moving out of that battlefield, and we do go to have CCS moving in and moving across the contest. Oh god, Venus, I'm sorry. I completely missed the fact that you asked for boots. I will definitely get you boots between games. That is 100% my bad. Was a little bit too distracted. I need to have a sound trick when someone actually does anything like that, or I just am a derp and forget. We do go down the Shrine of Activating. The Shrine is going to go ahead and be the Frozen Shrine, starting out with the best Punisher. Alright, it does look like we've got CCS already in here. Moving into the point.
This is what I live for.
I did not... Why is that one here now? I did not think that was active in game, but thank you very much for the 69 bits. I'll have to look into that. I don't really like alerts during the actual game. That is my bad. However, we do have Sonya being taken out. We do have Lompico going in and getting that taken care of. Where is that coming from? Because I definitely turned it on in some of the other scenes. I don't think it's active here, but I definitely just heard it. Alright, Brainer is going to stay in here and kind of settle this back out. We have Malfield moving back and going ahead and taking the Khasra camp back here. Sorry, very confused on where that's coming from, but I'm going to stop looking at it right now. Punisher is in. Punisher is over the wall, over the river and far away as the Punisher smashes away, but does, in its dying breath, freezes all of the defenses, and CCS is just going to go ahead and start moving in, start taking out. Come on, take them out, baby, tonight. Alright, it does look like they won't quite get the middle fort, but they do go ahead and take a lot from their opponent. All right, we do go to have Cosmic Camp in the middle in a great flanking position against the Cosmic Camp of CCS, and Kiana's going to go ahead and finish this up. We do go to have Malthael up top. We are at level 10 for CCS, however. CCS is just pushing forward with their level 10 advantage. They're going to pick up Horrify for the Gul'dan, Tranquility on the Malthael, Lightning Breath, although Gul'dan actually goes down as I'm trying to go over this. Lampico does take a little bit of damage. Starknight going to go ahead and teleport right in here. They are going to move in. Jason taking a lot of damage, is trying to stay in the middle of that. Cassia takes a huge bit. Brainer is going to get booped back by that Mei. A lot of damage coming through, but Brainer does not die. All right, different teams rotating back and forth. Everyone is moving back and forth. They are kind of waiting. It does look like right now we do go ahead and have Clouded Minds moving up here, taking out this Shaman camp. We don't actually have a... Like, there's nothing necessarily pulling CCS. We have Mainskin goes over there, goes and scouts that out, but Kian is in the area. Trainer in this bush, does get scouted out. Big old spear into Diablo's hide, says, hey, we know you're here. Lampico gets introduced to the wall, but he's going to go and get out of there. There is a great mind control right as Brightwing comes in. Brightwing gets just taken out as they're unable to move, and we do go ahead and have one stack onto Last Rites already, thanks to that Brightwing kill. Icewall goes in and stops one person, but they are going in here, and the first fort of the game is going down against the aggression of CCS. 5 kills to 2 currently, and a level lead. Look at the other side, we do get lead coming out from Sonya. We do have Blink Heal on the Brightwing, Valkyrie on Cassia, Slowing Sands and Icewall on Chromium Mei, respectively. Also, Last Rites and Mind Control. Funny that the 2 ults that used that were the 2 ults I didn't have a chance to introduce because of what happened. Another great mind control comes out of Ghost Dunk, and it does look like we're going to have a kill onto Mei. Bye-bye, Mei. Bye-bye, Mei. Or Last Rites was only a few seconds for cooldown. They're like, couldn't you have waited until I could Last Rites them? I need these stacks. Hello? But no, with that kill, it does look like Clouded Minds are going to go ahead and fall back from this one. We are up to 31 stacks on the side of CCS. It does look like they're letting Ghost Dunk slowly clearing this off, while Slick Rub and Eric go ahead and move in, take this down. Diablo, very far forward, was just being aggressive because, hey, it's Brainer. I think we do have Ghost Dunk and Slick Rub going ahead and moving through here. It does look like the Arcane Punisher is moving forward. They actually, unfortunately, baited out the lead before they could really engage upon it, so it's going to stay here outside the wall for just a second. They don't really get to turn and burn it to quite the same degree. We do have the Punisher going down. The wall is down. Mind Control lands on Lampico, going ahead and getting that. We do go ahead and have Lampico, Starknight moves in with the Blink Heal. Lampico is going to get out of there. There is an unstoppable Brenner. She's breathing fire all over the battlefield. Jason goes ahead and falls back, taking a lot of damage. Basically no damage done to CCS thus far, and Malthael is continuing to double soak. There is a 2-level advantage on the side of CCS, and they are starting to fall back. They don't want to fight under tower if they don't have to, and they haven't actually secured a kill yet. Brenner just goes through the tower range, does not give up. Sylvanas uses her trait, and there goes the tower. Boom goes the dynamite, or the tower in this case. Towers are dynamite, right? If Gazlowe builds them, the answer is yes. I was going to say, yeah, there are no subs in playoffs. So definitely not a sub. Maybe not a main roster player, but all right. We do have the Shaman camping picked up. Sonya up here by herself, spinning and winning. Nice avoid of the mind control. Sylvana's not going to be able to use that for an easy kill. And despite a very, very strong start on it, we are a level 16 and only one stack of Left Rights. I completely blanked on the name of it. There is Lompico right in the middle of Malfurion Roots. Just going to use Ice Block. There. Oh, poor Brightwing. We have everyone else moving in. Go ahead and try and take this out. Quite a bit of damage landing all over the battlefield. They do have all 3 forts down, they being CCS, if you did not know. If you lack context clues. All right, that's going to be a Mortar Punisher coming up at the top of the map. It does look like Eric is considering going down and trying to pick up some mercenaries down bottom, but does decide to change his mind as we are right at the point where those camp spawns. And he does realize that the rest of the enemy team is all up and can just pounce on him in a second. There's an Ice Wall, catches Braider. Braider unable to move, unable to protect his team. There's a Polymorph coming down. Horrify actually stops the following up damage onto Malfield. Main's going to be okay for the time being. Big old fire breath coming out, hitting the entirety of Clouded Mines. Braider is looking for a more of engage. There is a big old pound keying against the wall. Sonya does a leap in, triple man leap, lands all over everyone. Cassie comes back, stabs happening everywhere. Eric taking a lot of damage. There is the Valkyrie, but it doesn't miss. We do have Gul'dan going down. We do have Mainsky getting a very, very low 84 hit points, down to 40, down to 50. But is going to actually get out of here for the time being. Brainerd looking not too healthy. Is trying to go back. Jukes then steps around, tries to avoid actual damage. Lump down to about 500 health. But meanwhile, we do have Sonya spinning and winning up on the actual point. Healing up. Brainerd starting to move back in, but the rest of the team is not actually with him at the time being. Sometimes I remind myself of the Micro Machines announcer. There's the Polymorph coming in. A lot of damage on the Braider. Ice Wall to zone, but Braider goes ahead and steps back. Does not over-engage, does not run in there, but the Mortar Punisher is out and fighting on the side of CCS. A lot of damage onto Sylvanas. It does look like Ghost Dunk is going to have to back very, very quickly out, but Jason also looking not terribly healthy at the time being. Does go ahead and fall back. Brainer is being aggressive because freaking Brainer is always aggressive. Great job. They've actually baited the Mortar Punisher completely away from the target. And they do take him out. A little bit of damage done to the fort wall, but most importantly, the keep survives. And the keep has a lot of health still on it. Lompico is trying to fall back from Brainer. Not going to be able... Well, Brainer's not going to be able to engage, but Brainer's just going to chuck this whole wall? This man does not care? All right, Slipper goes ahead and is very, very low. There is once again a lot of damage, but there is a Chromie time loop in order to kind of stay alive through this. Decent bit of damage on the Brainer. They are trying to fall back, but that is the problem. No real follow-up damage, no real ability to threaten CCS from the current position. This looks like we've got shaman camps being picked up on both sides of the battlefield. Going to clash in the top. Lot of time traps up here as well, if Chromie can use those to great effect. Does look like CCS is trying to be aggressive onto the bottom lane as they wait for the next shrine to come up. Next shrine is going to be frozen once again and will be on the bottom lane. They want to go ahead and prepare for that. Ghost Dunk goes ahead and shuts down that keep. Trying to move in. It looks like they will get it. It is poisoned the rest of the way to death at the time being. Lompico goes ahead and Brainer is a little bit isolated. There is the boof. There is the Club taking a lot of damage. But Brainer again just immediately starts attacking the other side. Mainsky very much in there. Mainsky is knocked by the Valkyrie and Mainsky is going to go down. There is Brainer. Brainer is unstoppable, but Brainer cannot move. Brainer is unmovable as well, and that's a problem. And we do have Brainer actually losing their souls. May also goes down, but Brainer's going to come back and not really be able to fight for a little bit of time. So the Grub is being aggressive on right now. Kian wants it. There's the mind control. There is no leap available, and Kian is going to have to fall back because Star Knight does not have any health left. Alright, with that being said, we do go ahead and have everyone kind of moving on through. It does look like the Shamans, unfortunately, did actually win for CCS, so they didn't get just free Shaman push that entire time. So everyone is back except for May, because obviously Malthiel can come back from death, being the Angel of Death. Three seconds on May, but they're already up to 10 minions over here. There is a Valkyrie right into the slowing stance, and Brainer just gets pickled down. Obviously, whenever you don't have enough souls as Diablo. However, Sonya wanted to go, so just like, he's down, let's go get him. And the rest of the team was like, we're not there yet. But there is a great stop on the Gul'dan. Horrify going to be coming out in just 2 seconds. Nope, never mind. Polymorph actually prevents the Horrify. A lot of damage coming in. We do have Lompico right in the middle of the entire enemy team trying to move through here. We are up to 37 skeletal minions for CCS, but Mainsky going to go ahead and be aggressive upon. Is going to try and move back in. There is the D coming out of Mainsky, or coming out of Lompico, and Brightwing does get taken out by Malfurion. Meanwhile, the Frozen Punisher is on the field. Mind Control, they have to slay on Ghost Dunk. They're trying to get into that. Ghost Dunk getting very, very low, but is going to go and get out of there. That ends up being a 2-on-2, and the Frozen Punisher advances. It does look like CCS has said, okay, we don't have our tank and we don't have one of our DPS. Let's not try and move it. It is 3-on-3, but they will be respawning right at the base, so let's not be in the base when they do. And it seems to be a good call because Sonya is back right as it gets to 4. There is an ice wall coming up, but unfortunately, the rest of the team not in a position to really do much about it. All right, there's a mind control lands, but actually catches. There is the last rites, and Jason struggled for a while, but we do have a third stack on last rites. Malthiel also goes down. It's 1-for-1. Brainer looking not too healthy at the moment. Is trying to pull back. There's the D coming out of Lompico in order to try and stay alive. Kian looking not very healthy at the moment. Malthiel cannot come back though. Is down for 70 seconds because obviously they already used the. No, never mind. Shut my mouth. Brainer is out looking. Brainer is fishing. They're trying to get onto Lompico, but there's a great scout on the bush by Brightwing. Brainer is not catching anyone unawares this time. It does look like Malthiel's moving up top to deal with the Shaman camp. This may be an opportunity because Malthiel is now showing on the map. They realize it's 5 versus 4, so possibly Cloud of Minds could go ahead and move in on this. Cassia is now back. I guess it was 4 and 4 up until now, and that is going to trigger a retreat from Brainer. Does look like the next Punisher will be a Mortar Punisher coming down the top lane. Once again, it looks like they're trying to go ahead and catch the rotation as the enemy team moves northward. But Lompico also scouting out from a bush. Here is Brainer. Brainer runs right into Jason, but is still hidden away. Lompico? All right, we do go ahead and have the Valkyrie. There is a leap from Sonya, but actually does miss the Sylvanas. However, there is a lot of people unable to move. However, the flames come out, and we have a double kill onto Cassia and Sonya. That's the problem. I actually feel like there is a Nexomania training specifically about that, with Sonya going up against Diablo. They're not wearing the right skins for it, but it's definitely happened. Mind Control comes out onto Ruffian. Ruffian goes ahead and uses Time Trap, but there's in a lot of problems. Brainer is just waiting this. Brainer is not going away. Brainer says, I want this gnome, and Brainer will have the gnome. Diablo recently going into Hearthstone Mercenaries and knows all about gnomes and how fun it is to step on them. Does look like it's going to be the end of game number 1 as only Brightwing is left trying to defend everything. Star Knight is like, I cannot defend this. There's no way. And I 100% agree with the poor dragon. Yeah, that's a great question. I feel like May unlocked some sort of choking a talent because all of a sudden she just wasn't in the game anymore. So looking at the stats at the end of the game, actually let me change my scene so I can be on screen because I'm super vain. I swear every time this isn't, I have to remove this. And it doesn't want to move? Oh, because I actually locked it? And it's still not in the right place? I swear? Anyway, looking at stats at the end of the game, we do go ahead and have, in terms of the healing battle, very, very close. Slick Rub slightly out healing the Brightwing, 136,000 to 30,000. In terms of damage, we do have Chromie leading the way. Ruffian doing 87,000 damage over the course of the match. Gul'dan coming in second with 72,000. And then Brainer on Diablo, tank popping off with 69,000 damage. What? Wind up bird? Why? Like on purpose? And we do go ahead and have Malthiel leading the soak race, coming in with 23,000 versus 22,000 on Kian. However, before we move on, before we like do anything, I have had a okay, that's a filter I didn't realize I had on. Yeah, let's just not do that. That's I know it's Halloween and everything, but that's just, it's not even well done. Like, that's just, eh? But anyway, we have had a redemption in order to show off my boots. Whatever. Not messing with it. You know what? Fine. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. No filter, just me. So, had a redemption in order to show off my boots. So here's what I'm rocking today. Don't know what that is. And moving back down. So self-healing, does it even say that? Brainer self-healing was 47,000 over the course of the match? Well, it's actually really weird. I don't wear dresses a whole lot. I'm not really a dress person. But I am today, so there you go. So with that, we'll go ahead and get ready for game number 2. Look forward to it, and I will see you guys in 2 seconds.
Allied forces, prepare for battle.
Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry, I tried to move my chair back and I ran into something. I was concerned. So before we get going, Venus is insane. What is up with my stupid filter? Not even filter, my chroma key. One sec. There we go. Better. So I actually changed boots. I'm not doing this again. If you call this in again, then too freaking bad. Not doing it. But these are my strappy heels. Stop trying to kill me, Cord. Getting back to the actual game. We do go and have Stukov and Lucio banned out once again. We do go to have the second ban onto Junkrat, so that wasn't necessarily a too many healers been banned. Here's the question: will we go ahead and have who was the third healer? Deckard. Actually, that was exactly who the third healer was. Congratulations on me for remembering. Jason is going to go ahead and get on the Sylvanas immediately. Does not want to give that up. Ran into a lot of mind controls thanks to Ghost Dunk last time. It's like I am not interested in that happening again. Tremble before Diablo as Brainer hits the scene. That's the thing. If you have the option of giving Diablo to Brainer, he will take it every single time, 1000% of the time. That is not how percentages work. You know what? I don't care. Malfurion comes in as the second pick. We do gonna have Slick Robe coming out on the mouth one more time. One more time. No actual changes. And Stash actual. Or symbolic, whichever name you want to use. Thank you very much. I appreciate the raid. I appreciate all the raiders coming in. Hello, I'm Raka. I am a mess, but you know what? I'm your mess. So have at you, I guess. Oh, Stitch is coming out from Lompico. Lompico is not on May this time. Says we're gonna go ahead and be the big beefy boy, and then Anduin not being able to be banned out. Starlight gets on the Lod. Now, Anduin is going to work very, very well whenever Brainer goes ahead and charges on a target. Anduin can go in and be like, nope. Sonya is being banned out, not going to allow that to go to Kian again. So granted, on Braxis, Sonya is not as good a pick. Like, Sonya is really, really good. She can double soak, she does good damage, but there are matchups she just hard loses. So I would not actually be afraid of Sonya. If someone goes Sonya against me, I'm just like, okay, Arthas, I win. Well, Ice, if you had been following for 24 hours, you wouldn't have to deal with authorization. Why aren't you? I've been in your chat and following you forever. Super offended. That is the thing. If you're not able to talk and you don't want to deal with Twitch authorizations because you're like, yeah, Twitch sucks at data security and I don't want my phone number getting out, just follow the channel. In 24 hours you'll be able to talk. Not super helpful for this playthrough, but super helpful for the next time a cast happens. Just like Eric is not going to be able to go down, is going to go for the Kale Thos, and then Cassia. A little bit of a trade out happening with Jason taking the Sylvanas. Cassia seems to be the second pick. Interesting. Kian looking to go Artanis. Now Ian, I don't like it. I do not like Artanis blind. He's got too many hard counters. Malfield being a big one. Okay, that is super, super, super weird because it should be locking you out of talking if you've been following for 24 hours. I will have to go check my settings. However, right now we're going into the game. We're going into the game. I'll go ahead and start up the butts. Go ahead and gamble your life away. Have fun with that, and we'll go in and see Braxis hold out. I am so sorry. I forget it repeats if I don't actually change the scene out. I was busy looking at my moderation settings, and yeah, my moderation settings completely say that chatters without a verified phone number must have accounts older than 1 month and must have followed for more than 1 day. And both of those are correct. So I'm confused. Twitch, fix it. Regardless though, we are into the game. Let's go ahead and start with this. We do have on the side of Can't Connect Stuns, Eric playing the Kale Thos. We do have the Mainski playing the Malthiel. Malfurion being played by Slickrub, Brainer on that Diablo, and Ghost Dunk is coming in on the Cassia. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have Lompico playing that Stotches, Jason on the Jaina. We do go ahead and get Star Knight playing Anduin, Ruffian playing the Sylvanas. A little bit of a switch there. And then the Artanis coming out from Kion. Artanis does go amateur opponent. Good job. Proud of you. No, that's reactive parry. Actually, my bad. I just saw not the stacking quest. No, that's actually, I was like going, I'm granted to a certain extent you had to pick someone, but it's just there's such a hard counter to Artanis. Artanis playing very, very far back. I do not disagree with this decision. Definitely would do the same thing if I were in their shoes. Would you go ahead and have Hungry for More being taken by Stitches and Fingers of Frost being taken by Jaina. On the other side, would you go ahead and have Mana Addict on that Kale Thos and then Thunderstroke coming out of the Cassia. A lot of stacking quests to go around. Very, very, very aggressive camp being taken. They actually move all the way to the top to get that before they move into this one. Diablo and Stitches just kind of like hanging out.
The beacons have activated. Control them. Let this work.
Alright, we will go ahead and have Brainer captures the bottom beacon. Top beacon is secured by Artanis. Artanis can fight pretty well until level 4. Alright, looks like we do have an engagement happening down here. Nope, never mind. Staying with this one. I'm looking at the minimap. I'm trying to see when health bars start to fall. Rainer takes a good bit of damage, but Lompico in the middle of a lot of roots. Did Malfurion take Sleepy Roots? I believe so. Yep, Emerald Dreams was the pick at level 1. Here's the plot. Oh, a lot of damage coming onto Eric. Eric going to get actually not killed. Instead, the Sylvanas and Brainer comes in from the side and just goes ahead and shifts focus. Eric does manage to survive by the skin of his skin chi. I don't know what that meant, but I said it, and I'm not going to apologize for it. There's a lot of damage going on to Stitches. Stitches has a lot of hit points, but it may not be enough hit points. Does go ahead and back out. It looks like Stitches will be okay. So CCS controls the bottom point pretty rigidly. Keon and Mainstay continue to fight back and forth. The thing is that Malthael can heal, and has very, very good, like, mana. The only real thing that Keon has is his occasional shield. Oh, but we do have Brainer actually getting killed down below. So, darn, it's so hard to know which one to look at, and I'm an offlaner by, like, blood. So I'm always much more interested in the offlane. It is my problem. It is my curse. Oh, Mainsky? Eric does come up here, and yeah, Keon cannot, you know? Oh my god, that shield, that blessed, beautiful shield. How much hit points do you actually have? 40? He got down to 40 hit points? Mopako gets extremely, extremely low. Stitches gets out with also 40 hit points, but both of them actually do survive. It looks like they're going to go and start channeling. 50% was picked up on the side of Clouded Mines. And here comes the engage. Brainer goes ahead and flips Lombaco, but Brainer kind of body blocks himself. There's the push to get the big boy out of the way. Gets up to 28% and all that, but here comes more channeling happening right now. They do go ahead and have Malthael out murking the Mamp right now. So Kael'thas is not really going to be able to move an Artanis off that point. However, here goes Mainsky up to make this a twofer. And they will take this back at 96%. Stitches does go down. Looks like there's going to be a big one as Ruffin goes ahead and gets moved by Brainer as well. Here will be a lot of beacon progress, but Mainsky continues to fight with Keon up top. Nice sleep coming down, but it looks like nothing will be able to move in and actually kill out Jaina. Brainer wanted it, but I'm pretty sure if Brainer had tried to charge, he would just knock Jason back behind the wall. Nicely timed by Keon, actually, to avoid that damage. Kael'thas is not down here yet. They need to be careful. Jaina is actually, or Cassia's moving up, but does miss him in the rotation. They're trying to move in down here, but Cassia also moving up top. And we do go and have a 100% wave coming out for CCS, but a 96%. Oh, it just moved up to 100. It's like, fuck it. It's close enough. I have never seen that before. Usually the losing team ends up losing a little bit, but this time the game was just like, nope. This is neck and neck, and we're going to make it neck and neck. Meanwhile, we do go and have to kill him to Brainer. Brainer does lose all of their souls, as Brainer tried to defend this against the entirety of the enemy team, with only Slick Rub to back them up. Although, actually, it's not the entire, it's just Artanis. I misunderstood what I was seeing. Every time I hear that voice line, I went to the sciences to avoid that sort of thing. I'm like, well, did you not know that science is all about eliminating things? Like, this is StarCraft that you live in. We do go ahead and have level 10s being picked up for both teams. It looks like we're going to have Ball Lightning on the Cassia. Last rites on that Malthael. Lightning Breath, once again, Tranquility, and Kael'thas does not know. On the other side, we do have Summon Water Elemental from Jaina. Holy Word Salvation, really, on the Anduin. Bold move with a Diablo nearby, but I guess Diablo isn't nearby if you murder him. We do have Mind Control of the Sylvanas, Gorge from that Stitches, and Suppression Pulse from the Artanis. Definitely a big turnaround happening in terms of the game. right, Brainer runs in. I don't think Brainer was 100%. Oh, although Jaina just gets absolutely demudgified. I don't know if that's a real word, but it is now. Lompico is going to be the next target, and Lompico goes down, giving the first stack to Last Rites, as Ruffy and Star Knight very, very quickly beat a hasty retreat. But they did completely commit to bottom lane, leaving no one up top.
The beacons are energizing.
Here we go ahead and have the bottom lane being pushed out. No one actually making a play for boss just yet. All right, we do go to have Artanis did take a shield battery, so shield more often definitely makes sense. Chrono Surge, slow the attack speed, and then special. Okay. They're trying to bait Mainsky here, but Mainsky realizes the entire enemy team is missing from the map, so is not going to be fooled by this. It looks like they are deciding to go ahead and pull out. They said, okay, it's not working, boys. Let's get out of here. That's obviously Ruffian talking because, that awkward moment where I don't know the gender of... Actually, no, I know Star Knight and I know Jason's gender. I'm just not 100% sure about Lompico. Nice mind control onto Brainer, comes down, getting a huge bit of damage. There's a Holy Word Salvation. Again, that's, I mean, looking at it, it is Brainer that you really have to work on. Flick Rub is really very, very low. There's no Diablo to protect him. Malfurion being targeted down, and Malfurion goes down. Trying moving up in order to stop this progress. Meanwhile, there's a battle up top. Mainsky versus Keon. This is actually a much, much closer fight than I thought it would be. I thought that freaking Malfield just dunks on Artanis, but shut my mouth, I guess. This is going to go and trigger Cloud of Minds to pick up the middle boss. Keon moving in here saying, hey, I can help. Here's Lompico. Lompico go ahead and pick up a Mainsky. Gorge must not have been available. No, was. I'm not sure whether they did Gorge Mainsky, but okay. A lot of damage onto Brainer. That's the thing, because a lot of Jaina damage came in, but Cassia does get picked off by the Jaina. So that is going to be a little bit disadvantage. I also heard a mind control, and we have Kel'Thas going down. Slick Rub in the middle of a lot of damage. Actually, Brainer is the one that first got here. It looks like Jason will go down, but being the only one that dies while almost the entirety of CCS goes down. And we have the Zerg Wave just crashing in on the top of the lane, being supported by that boss, the Archangel and the Zerg fighting together at last. So just so they're up here, we have 3 seconds left until Malfield returns. The Archangel is just shelling at the square. There is the big ol' protect everyone move. Basically the mini-terial. And it looks like this is just going to be the end of the game as the core goes down and game number 2 goes the side of Clouded Mind. Going to a number 3 game. Fantastic. Love to see it. With that being said, we do go ahead and have, in terms of the in strats, in damage, into everything. In terms of healing, because I always start with healing because I love my healers. Star Knight does beat out Slick Rub this time, and when coming in with 51,000 healing over the course of the game. We do go ahead and have in damage, Ghost Dunk on Cassia. Kind of shows a very, very high familiar with that hero, doing 44,000. Eric on the Kel'Thas doing 33,000, and then Sylvanas coming in with the 32. But the engages were just a lot better on the side of Cloud of Minds. Like, even though that they trailed behind in damage, they got 12 kills to 7, so we can't overlook that. And then we do have Keon in experience just completely leaving Malthael in the dust, doing a 12,000 experience to contribution over the course of the game, compared to 8,000 coming out of the Malthael. So with that said, we'll go ahead and, well, actually, first of all, here's the talents. Love them, copy them, put them in your notebook, take them into Stormly. Let me go ahead and pay you guys out your lovely points. Okay, so we have to talk for a second. It looks like no one bet on Clouded Minds. None of you guys. No one had faith in the clouds. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cancel this bet because if I give it to Clouded Minds, all that means is people lose points. It doesn't mean anyone gains them, and they just like vanish into the ether. And that's crap. No one is happy about that. So I'm just going to cancel that. CM fans in the house, where are you? Well, we'll go ahead and move into game number 3. Look forward to it, and I will see you back in just a second. Actually, real quick, I got something to say. I'm not sure how kosher it is for me to talk about this, but this is my preview monitor. If you look right over here, do you see where it says ISEX followed the channel? Had me freaking out, thinking I set something up wrong, thinking I did something bad, and people weren't able to talk, but he just hadn't followed the channel yet. Beat you up, ISEX? There we go. May have actually done the scene transition a little bit faster than I should have, but regardless, we are here now, and that's what matters. Looking at the battlefield, looking at the I want to say it like the battlefield of Tomb of the Spider Queen, but we do go ahead and have first pick going inside of Connect Stuns, which means that they did choose first pick after losing the last match. We are, as you can see up at the top of the screen, up to 1 versus 1. This is Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is actually terrifying. I would hate to be Clouded Minds, because here's the thing. This is like the smallest map in the map pool, and so Brainer can just kind of be in all lanes at the same time. It feels like rotations are so fast. So you definitely have to pick a, like, punish them and move through. I almost have to wonder if they need to do, like, a lot of characters with penetration. I love characters that can just go past Brainer and kill the rest of the team, because I feel like trying to do a kill the Brainer comp is going to be very, very, very scary and awful. But we'll have to see. Stukov continues to be the first ban coming out of CCS. They continue to be afraid of the Knight of Stars. And then, oh, interesting, they're switching it up. Junkrat being the first ban. Normally, they actually go ahead and ban out a different healer. I forget which one. Lucio. They usually ban out Lucio here. I wonder if they're actually leaving Lucio up because Lucio kind of counters Brainer's playstyle. And they're just like, you know what? If Brainer does first pick Diablo, we can just insta-lock Lucio. That would be a very, very good strategy because it kind of forces them to wait on the Diablo. Stitches is being banned out. They actually really like Stitches as a character. A little bit of respect going the way of Lompico. And then Sylvanas actually being the ban. Interesting. So they are completely leaving Lucio up and also Deckard. A little less emphasis on healers than we've seen the rest of the series, for sure, for sure. Yeah, my hair is just not. I keep looking over and I'm like, I don't love this.
Oh, this is my jam.
So that is the problem with that particular playstyle, because yeah, you let Lucio through because it counters the Diablo. They do not first pick the Diablo. Instead, they take Lucio and they're like, what are you going to do? Pick Diablo? Lots of luck with that one, I say. Nope, but Star Knight does go ahead and get on the Deckard Kane. So I should probably be typing these in. So the Grub takes the Lucio. And Blaze, on that I really like because Kiana is their offlaner. Blaze is definitely a weird offlaner to go into, and it can switch into tank later. I like the ambiguity of that pick. And Brainer does go ahead and says, okay, you did not take the counter, so now we're just going to get both Lucio and Diablo. Eric does go ahead and head back to the Gul'dan. We kind of talked about in game number 1 that this is the map where, like, push pressure is one of the biggest, and Gul'dan has a lot of lane pressure. They do get rid of it. They say, learn something else, Mainski. We're tired of your Malfield. We're tired of you. Not saying it. So last ban on the side of CCS. They have not taken a tank on the other side, unless Blaze is their tank. So they do get rid of the Sonya. Interesting. I feel like they didn't really have to struggle with the Sonya that much, but I guess Leap is scary. Alright, you get Tychus on Ruffian, or Ruffian on Tychus, I should say. And then Lompico comes back with the Mei. So I would be scared here because the Diablo definitely kind of punished the Mei in game number 1. But granted, they do now have a counter for Diablo. Mei goes ahead and boops Diablo into the team, and Tychus just unloads. The other team doesn't really have much in the way of blind so far, and still doesn't. They go with Vala and Diva. Interesting. Malfield not available, and so we do have Mainsky going with Diva. So Vala is an interesting pick here. Looking into it, like Vala is going into Mei, so auto attack build will be a very, very bad choice. You can definitely keep the Vala from getting a lot done. Jason is going to go ahead and remain. No, actually, does not remain on the Jaina. Was on Sylvanas last game. So those are your teams. Here is your setup. Everyone, get ready for it. Get ready for what we're going to see. We're going to see Two Moons Spider Queen and epic game number 3 into this series. I'm going to go in right now. I will put the bets up. Hopefully it actually recognizes all the bets this time around, because apparently Trax tried to bet on CM and it just didn't go through. My apologies. I don't control Twitch. If I did, it would be a way better website. See you guys in just a few seconds. Have fun. Have a good one. And here we go. Coming into game number 1, we do go and have Can't Connect Stuns coming out of the blue gate on the left side of the battlefield. Can't Connect Stuns, winners game number 1, lost game number 2, trying to go ahead and close this out in game 3. We do go ahead and have Eric playing the Gul'dan, the Mainsky coming in on that Diva, Slick Rub coming in on the Jam Master himself, Lucio, Brainer coming in on Diablo, and Ghost Dunk playing the Vala, not being played by Vala, although I don't know, not sure about his dating scene. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go and have Clouded Minds, with Star Knight playing the Old Man Deckard Cain, Jason on the Jaina, we do have Kian on Blaze, Ruffian playing the Convict himself, Tychus, and then Lompico once again on Mei. So going ahead and starting to poke each other. So going forward, looking at our questing talents, we do go ahead and have Pursuit of Flame once again. Jaina does go Fingers of Frost to the surprise of no one. Mei goes Heat Transfer, and new habits coming out of that there Blaze. We do go ahead and have Puncturing Arrow on the Valhalla. Valhalla. Yes, I did just ayaya with Vala. Fight me. Winner takes a good bit of damage. That's what we're doing a lot, is Mei going and booping Diablo into a lot of... But that's the problem. They're going to need some way to keep Diablo from just charging straight back into Mei. Getting frozen would do it, but... Already, we do go ahead and have Vala over here going ahead and getting this camp. Very, very, very early pickup on the side of CCS. The Grub and Ghost Dunk going back and forth. So they're trying to get a lot of this because Ghost Dunk does not have... Literally, Vala has wearing paper. Like, she just went to, like, a cosplay store and said, let me get some Demon Hunter armor. Oh, hey, this is super cheap. Alright, Jason takes a good bit of damage. He's getting a little bit close to Eric. Eric goes ahead and throws Fail Fire. Fail Fire versus, actually Fail Ice, because this is the Dreadlord Jaina skin. So you know the ice she's shooting is ice straight from the Twisting Nether. Okay, Ektar, fair enough, fair enough. Oh, Brainer does get going ahead and zoned by Lompico. Blind comes out, there is the Slush Ball. So we do go ahead and have a nice little bit of blind. Eric looking not too healthy either, but does have a lot of mana and go ahead and suck up. There's a grenade in order to stop the suck from happening. No more healing for Eric. Just go ahead and then drink from the rejuvenating waters of the Moonwell. Yes, I call it a moonwell. Ektar and I continue to fight about it, but you know what? All right, there is a freeze coming out on Lumpico, and Brainerd looking very deep. Brainerd looking, okay, a lot less healthy than he was a second ago. I was thinking he looked very, very low. He looks even lower now. And we do have the first kill again coming out on the side of Clouded Mine. Lumpico turning in. It does look like with this little flashing you can see over here, that tells you immediately you have enough for turn in. No need for math. However, Kian kind of actually needs to turn in for that to happen. Mainsky, are you going to realize it? Or do you just not care? Do you not care at all? We do go ahead and have the Web Weavers coming out on the red side of the battlefield. Meanwhile, up here is a big engage happening. Starlight is knocked very, very low. Old Man Deckard Kane getting a lot of arthritis sutures from standing in Janus Blizzard because Janus is on his own team, and that's how that works. All right, there's the flip into May. Lumpico goes ahead and ice skates on out of there. Does not want any part of that, and it looks like the rest of the team is down in the middle lane. We're going to try and push this middle lane very, very hard. But already a lot of damage has been done to it. We do have Lumpico moving up, trying to, like, delay the rotation. All right, we do see the flashing blue indicator behind CCS. It says 15 plus 46 is more than 50. Obviously, 27 is less than 55, so you see no red glow on the other side. Break on through to the other side. You go and have Slipper up coming back and forth. Lumpico goes ahead and moves forward, then moves back, doing the little stutter step, the shifty step. The May Ice Skate Dance of Destiny. You go and have Kian and Mainsky going back and forth. Now, here's the thing. I actually think Blaze does have a bit of an advantage here because Blaze can heal. Diva did actually take pro moves at level 1, so absolutely no healing available. The only level 1 that does not offer any. Jason takes a good bit of damage. He's going to have to go in back and slurp down some of Star Knight's heal juice. All right, there is the stun onto Lumpico. Lumpico being very, very, very low. Does go ahead and skate out. Is going to survive. Maybe? Yes. Oh my god. I really thought that puncturing arrow might go ahead and finish it off, but no. Lumpico will survive, but Lumpico has a hearth back. They are not going to be able to really oppose this, and we do go ahead and have a lot of gems down here on Diva, and Kian is definitely not going to just let that be turned in. All right, we do have the Web Weavers coming on out. Coming on out. Here they come. Little orbs of darkness moving across the battlefield. Level 10s are picked up for both teams real quick, but you know what? We are not going to talk about that right now. Right in the middle of a Web Weaver phase, and they are moving in. It does look like CM has decided to go ahead and take out the top Web Weaver first, as the push is happening mid lane. No one down below. They are fully committing 5-man. 5 fingers to a fist. Just wants to get this fort down. Here comes the flank. Tyga's a little bit in the lead. There is everyone else. A nice avalanche. Just leaves Brainerd. And there's a big old sleep coming in. Brainerd goes ahead and gets woken up a little bit early. They are trying to move in. They've got 2 of the Web Weavers basically down. The top one is not quite dead yet, but it is just seconds away. So it does look like CMA has protected their middle fort at the time being.
Shatter their constructs. gems to my altar before your enemies.
So it does look like we have a full turn-in on the side of CM if they're able to get it in there. Mainsky is going to go ahead and see this and not let Kiam get this through. Meanwhile, up top, we have a bit of an engage. We do have a push in to Mompico. Mompico goes and skates back out. Does go ahead and use the D. There is the Unstoppable. Both teams now have turn in. And funnily enough, no, actually Diva goes and gets the bottom one in. Eric going to go in and get these last, well, 7 in there, but obviously has 8. But Kiam is going to see this, but not be able to stop it. I love that, like, cobbled together one. It just cracks me up every time. My power grows by your blue teams. I'm like, I know they just took the by your enemy's hands and changed it to blue team, but I don't own the blue team. They're not mine. Nice little rockets coming out of May or out of Diva, the other Overwatch hero. And we do go and have a kill onto Tychus. We do a flip onto Kian. Blaze going right into the middle of danger. There is a stay a while and listen, and Kian will just go ahead and waltz out of there. Oh, there is... Oh, run away, Kian! Be careful! Nice avalanche. Caught 2 people and just put them directly into harm's way. 100% what you want to see. So we do go ahead and have Diablo comes back immediately, but does not have souls, and will be easy pickings for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, up top, we do go ahead and have Jaina trying to deal with this Web Weaver. Will she be able to save the fort? The answer seems to be no, as the Death Wave comes out and the fort goes down. Down below, we also have the fort falling right as I get here. Dion in the middle of does get body blocked by the Diablo. Nope. Diablo says, no, you stand over here now. However, we actually have Lucio being taken out by Nexus Minions, it looks like. It does look like they may just be going ahead and letting this turn in happen. Although no, both teams do decide to prioritize camps just a little bit. There is Star Knight being aggressed upon a little bit. Does go ahead and use the Water Elemental in order to try and chase down their opponents. Jason trying to take on the whole team right now. There is a little bit of anti-synergy as the Blizzard comes in, but there is the freeze. We do go and have Slick surviving that for the time being. Big old bomb comes out. We do go and have a Kiampa going through. Lompico in the middle of a lot of danger. Unstoppable Diablo is breathing fire onto the entire enemy team. Lompico getting very, very low, and there's a forward retreat. There are micro missiles coming out in order to try and stop them from being able to get away. Here is the engage. Here is the chase down. Eric takes a lot of damage. There is a flip over on Ruffian. They're trying to get this down. A lot of low health bars on both teams. Jason is going to be the first one that goes down. Mainsky looks like the next one to go, and we do go and have a cannon knocking her out of her car. As my team would say, this is a carjacking. Here we come. Yana Lompo looking very, very low. It looks like Ruffian will be going down. That is a 2-4-0 in favor of CCS at the time being. Diva's like, I need to auto-attack things. There, I auto-attack that. Boss is obviously... Oh, Diablo, I saw that. Unless it's one of that, I think it's either Alrock or Imperious, but if you die, they'll just be like, I saw that. Alright, Lompico hiding in a bush. That's the problem. I mean, cool, you can bush gank, but... like, why are you trying to bush gank right now? There's no one near you? Boss up top is being dealt with by the entire team, but while they're up here trying to deal with it, there is some aggression happening into the middle lane. Raynor a little bit isolated, does charge into Lompico in order to move through, but there is a great 3-man Dorito coming out of the Deckard Cain. Sleep comes down, catches both D.Va and Raynor. Raynor takes a lot of damage and is going to go down. Did not have 100 souls, only 86, so will be coming back with a decent amount of hit points, but is down a full 40 seconds. Here is the aggression coming forward. We do have Eric down below, and Stardite is moving and trying to turn in. Got a little bit greedy there, my friend. I wish you would not be so greedy, my friend. So with that, we do go and have the Web Weaver turn in. Now the problem is the top and the bottom lane are super pushed at the time being. So mid lane is kind of all the value they're likely to get. So immediately we see them pushing in, saying, well, we're going to commit to mid lane then. We still have Gul'dan down for another 20 seconds. So with 10 seconds left of Gul'dan clock, the Web Weaver has arrived. Jason just gets breathed to death, taken out once again by Nexus Forces. Nexus Forces MVP, obviously. Kill scaling like crazy, and there is the engage coming in. Unstoppable goes in, the Avalanche misses, does not actually catch anyone as they try and disengage. Lompico goes in and gets spun around by Diablo, does skate out. There's Star Knight going in, stay a while and listen. Oh, they did not even get... Oh, that's tragic. It's down to 1,500. Web Weavers have indeed fallen, and we do go ahead and have Ruffian and Kian right in the vicinity of the Nexus Forces. We go ahead and pick up that mercenary camp. Meanwhile, D.Va is down here picking up this one. They need to be a little bit careful. If there could be a rotation, I don't think D.Va will clear this up anytime soon. We do have Lompico leading the way down to that point. It looks like Lucio is also on his way down. Rest of the team not 100% with them. D.Va does scout out the fact that they are on their way and does fall back. But it means this will be picked up on the side of Clouded Mine. Level 18 all at the time being. All right. Nice stay a while, catches 4 people. Diablo almost immediately released to it. They are going ahead and focusing Brainer. Ruffian trying to get this done. Brainer is down. Brainer is dead. They do go and get that. Brainer will come back almost immediately. Mainski is going to go ahead and take out the Tychus as well. Gets down to about 40 health and not quite take it out. I thought Jaina would finish that with the last fight. The Buckler does come down onto Blaze. Would you go ahead and have the Unstoppable coming out onto Valhalla? Decent bit of damage coming out, but then be careful. Diablo is rejoining the fight. Does not have a lot of hit points. But it is now 5 versus 4.
Allied forces, prepare for battle.
Thank you very much, Kairu. I still do not know why that plays on this screen. It's not supposed to, and I need to figure it out, but I will figure it out afterwards. But Kairu coming in with a brainy party of 22. We are in game number 3 between Can't Connect Stuns and Clouded Mine. So, super appreciate. For those of you that have not been here before, I apologize. If your account is not verified, you won't be able to talk. If you follow for at least a day, that will go away, but I kind of get hate rated now and again, so I had to open the security just a little bit. We do have a turn-in being attempted by CCS right now. They are level 20s. And they do have enough. Here comes a wave of spiders coming across the map in favor of CCS. Go going to have Brainerd moving in. There is a double blind onto Lucio and the Diablo. Malpico goes in and secures that. Brainerd going to step back just before they go in and get frozen. There are Nexus forces moving into the middle of the map. This one kind of far back, frankly, and that one not super pushed. So a lot of attention being paid to the middle lane right now. Here we go in and have everyone else kind of moving through. Jason goes ahead and catches a death wave to the face. And there is the Draken laser reel comes out, makes very short work of that. Here comes the potential re-engage. Diablo is only up to 43 souls at the moment. So let's be a little bit more careful. We do go ahead and have down at the bottom of the map, the Web Weaver has come up and is starting to aggress upon the fort. Keep, whatever it is. Lampico very, very, very low. Mainsky goes in looking for it. Tries to go in and get that. There is the detonation. We do go in and have Ruffian. That's going to get caught by that. And we're going to have the middle keep going down against the might of CCS. Star Knight moves up, goes in and gets booped by Diva. Big old mech comes along and just, he's an old man. Be nice. Would you go ahead and have not being nice to Tychus? Convict goes back to the penitentiary, but there is Diva caught into a avalanche. Mainsky on the flank coming in looking for Star Knight is going in. There's a lot of micro missiles trying to slow that down. Meanwhile, we do have the Mei getting breathed fire upon while she's trying to heal. Not going to be able to stay up. It does look like this may be the end of the game right as Kairu's Raiders get here. And there go ahead and is the end of the best of 3. We do have CCS managing to move on, securing the game and seeing what we can see. Let me go ahead and see if I can get up a interviews for you guys. One moment. All right, we'll have to see if we are joined momentarily.
CCS, let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Yes.
Like,
I forget that you're one of the teams that just the entire team shows up, but you know what? I'm here for it. So
why not?
first of all, congratulations, like mega congratulations. That was a tense series. Game number 1 definitely felt very, I was like, okay, this is why CCS is the number 2 team in the division. But then game number 2 felt very much not that.
Yeah, we got whooped.
Yeah, I played like absolute shit.
No, you got to give credit to the enemy team. They played awesome.
I blame the Stitches. It was Stitches.
I mean, Stitches
I also
did do
blame Stitches. Dude, we got outdrafted game 3 too. It's really good that we won game 3.
Outdrafted? You think so?
No.
Yeah, dude. Their team is insane game 3. Their
No,
draft.
it's good, but like we it's all about communication. That's what we did, and then we didn't let them get a single fort. Like we had the wave clear, and that's all we needed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brandon just says that because it was targeted at him because of Tychus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I die every game. I hated it. This is the most I've died in a series all year.
Hey,
Impossible.
Okay. Impossible.
I was
Alright,
like,
I
maybe
guess-
all season I've played with you and I've seen you int. I refuse to believe 4 is the biggest number you've hit.
I know. I like that we're getting some truth into this interview because it was getting pretty deep.
But okay, going back to game number 1. Game number 1 was obviously the game on Infernal Shrine, and you kind of just ran that map. What was your strategy going into it?
We had better wave clear than them and better shrine clear, superior in all ways. So we just literally wave cleared and shrine cleared them the entire time, and they could do nothing. We also had a pretty good team fight, and I just felt like honestly, if they had a Stitches play that first game, I felt like they could have done better. I just feel like because Stitches, to be honest with you, is really hard for at least for us. I'm not sure why, and that's why we usually ban it consistently. We didn't know they played it, so. And, but like we actually, I just think our wave clear and our shrine clear just outdid it, and then we just was able to clear shrine and do whatever we wanted through the entire map because we had so much waves pushed all the time, and their wave clear is severely lacking.
So, and that you did kind of see that happen in game one, where it's just like, even when they would get a Punisher. Also, let me just say real quick, the baiting of the Punisher past the fort was magnificent. I don't see that nearly as often because it's a little bit random, but it was very, very well done.
Totally intentional.
Yeah, extremely intentional.
I feel like I wasn't even there because I was, taking out the trash in the off lane, but that for sure was not intentional.
So speaking of which, in both game one and game two, you went for Malfield. Game one, it made a lot of sense. In game two, I was surprised at how well the Artanis actually managed to do. Because whenever I run Artanis into Malfield, I just kind of die a lot.
Actually, did you take Die Alone at 4?
I did. I
Okay.
think I must have been playing that poor. I think I played it poorly. I just don't play a lot of Artanis Malthael. I think what I should have done and what I didn't do is get a mark on him and then kind of keep him at range, but I was being an idiot and just like
Brawling
getting
with
as
them?
close to him as possible. So I think I played myself a little bit in game two. So, live and learn.
That actually makes a lot of sense because they did take the armor talent at 1, which is not what I see a
Yeah.
lot.
Right, exactly.
Which credit, most
Yeah.
most Artanises would just pick stacking there and just call it a day. We picked Braxis because we were like, all right, let's just play aggressive, play the way that we've always wanted to play. And then I just kept getting hooked or doing dumb stuff, and then just kept dying and weren't able to save anything. And then that was rough. That was
Well,
rough.
Not to mention that, but your opponents had a really interesting strategy that I didn't really see coming, where they just had so many slows built into Sylvanas getting percent damage.
Yep.
So it was kind of funny because they actually had the real Tychus in game 3, but they basically had Tychus in game 2 as well.
Yeah.
The issue with Tychus game 2 with Braxis with the Sylvanas is that Sylvanas has a better escape, more, in my opinion, more damage in the group, and just overall does better. I just feel like Sylvanas is better than a lot of people give her credit to.
Oh no, absolutely. I love Sylvanas. If I
Especially
played
on that
DPS,
map.
no, 100%.
Sylvanas is good at every map.
I do remember there's actually an interview I saw years ago that the developers of HOT, Sylvanas is their least favorite hero, just because literally every time they make a new map, they're like, okay, and how does Sylvanas ruin this map for us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And that was especially back in the days when her trait was just always up, and eventually they just
And it just shut down turrets for free.
Oh man,
my God, those were the days.
Rip cannon ammunition. That was cool.
Yeah, bring back cannon ammo. I'm pissed. Bring back cannon ammo.
Yeah,
They got rid of cannon
It's
ammo,
been like
and I never
4
forgot.
years.
I haven't forgotten. I remember.
It's like it was yesterday.
I wrote a mathematical treatise on how cannon ammo was better.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Would you like to read?
Plug it.
Read it in its entirety.
It's on here. It's on Heroes Hearth somewhere.
That actually, I would not mind, legitimately, I would not mind seeing that. I don't know that I would understand it, but...
Here,
But we would read it.
I'll throw the link in the Twitch.
Here we go.
So, game number 3, obviously that was the game we just finished up on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Tomb of the Spider Queen, you also had first pick. What was your plan going into it after game number 2 kind of ran away from you?
Pick Sylvanas early, but they banned it because I knew it was contested. So then they didn't ban Lucio, and we know Slick loves his Lucio, and he's really good on his Lucio. So we just first picked Lucio at that point.
Hasn't it been banned for like a month and a half at this point?
I think people have let it through, but now people are deciding like, I don't like Junkrat. I'm banning Junkrat.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So, and that's what's been happening. So I have to play other heroes now. I'm sad, but yeah, I mean, just bans like get wave clear, and that's pretty much like how you play to him. Is just literally get the wave clear. They had good wave clear too, but I think we had still superior wave clear in that comparatively.
We learned that the hard way during the regular season.
Playoffs, baby. CCS2 always wins first round of playoffs. Cincinnati on 2. Let's go. Round 2. Semifinals, finals, coastals. Let's go.
Speaking of which, oh, that's the wrong button. Now that you have one route number 1, you are going to be going up against Roll One Esports or Team Rainbow Strike Go. Is there one of those you hope wins and faces you, or one that you'd rather not face?
Did we beat Roll One?
Nope.
We lost to Roll One.
Yep. We took a game off them, but we lost.
I'd like to
Alright.
play Roll One again. I'd like to get it back, and you know.
I
wanna
am already
beat the
halfway
best.
through. I'm already halfway through designing my TRSG banner that I'm gonna hold up while they play. So
Let's
Yeah.
see. Wait.
I also like upsets. I like upsets in games that we're not in. If we're in it, then I want to win. Let's go home team. But if it's any other game, I want upsets. So I want TRSG to win just for the upset.
I disagree. I want to play the best all the way through. We gotta prove. We gotta prove that we're ready for the next division.
I can respect that.
I can never respect May.
I was gonna say you can argue on the other side of that though, that if you're playing them, then by definition they are the best.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, they
That's a
won.
reasonable argument.
May just wants to play whoever wins. May just wants to play the winner. Whoever the winner is, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I hope that in round 2 we can fight whoever wins round 1.
What's your prediction? What's your playoff bracket?
Oh, mine?
Yeah, my finals so far, I think it's gonna be us and CCK in the finals.
I
That'd
mean,
be a
that
good
is the safe bet. My heart wants to say Region Divine because I love Bankai, but my mind is like, you're out of your mind.
There's a chance. They're good. They're good players.
I'm still showing them in 9th place, so I don't even know if they're allowed to play in the playoffs.
No, they are 8th place.
I know, I'm just kidding. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, on the website, it shows 9th.
The website doesn't actually do tiebreakers correctly, which,
Yeah.
in the website's defense, the first tiebreaker is look at the specific match between the two teams, and it'd be really tough to program the website to know, look at this match and no other match.
Yeah.
Last question I have for you guys. I ask this to everyone as long as I remember. Where did you come up with the name Can't Connect Stuns?
Oh, that's a May question. May or
Yeah,
Wolf,
we actually
right?
had a lot of different possibilities. Obviously, we were going for something with a C and then a C and then an S. So we had a lot of different possibilities. I think we started as Currently Chasing Samuro, but that wasn't my favorite. I think originally we had something like Chromie's COVID Coffee Shop, or no, wait, that doesn't work. We had like something having to
Chromie's
do with,
coffee shop is pretty good though.
yeah, something like
Trademark
that.
that. Trademark that.
Or COVID Coffee Shop. Like I wanted to put something having to do with COVID, just because why not? And then yeah, we thought Chromie's Coffee Shop, and we were thinking like a little logo with Chromie like sipping coffee, which would have been funny. And that was when. Oh wait, was that before Murad? I think it was. Anyway, and then we eventually settled. I don't know when. Must have been 2nd season on Can't Connect Stuns, which I kind of like. It's a good name.
It made us get, I think, by far the most unique CCS logo with the stun stars and with like the Looney Tunes stars.
Yeah.
I much prefer Can't Connect Stuns because we still get the cool little CCS logo design.
Yeah.
And I think that's really rad. Plus the amount of times, maybe almost every game in the regular season, where we'll play like Diablo, Blaze, super stun heavy comps, and then we hit every stun every time.
And then the announcer, yeah.
Man, why are they named Can't Connect Stuns? They're landing all their stuns.
Yeah. I think that I remember that happening. The first time I remember that happening like the most was when we blew up Muradin. He peeked a bush and we were bush partying. He peeked, and I think we killed him in about a half second with everything chained together. I don't even remember when that was.
Speaking
couple
of
seasons ago.
chained together, I think the highlight of this series for us was especially game 1 and game 3 was we were doing a really good job of chaining our CC, like maximizing our CC between like Diablo stun, flip into fear, into mind control, and spacing that out the best way possible. So that's my takeaway from our series, I think.
It's very, very fair. I was very, very impressive how many times you'd even take someone that was almost unkillable and then they die. Oh,
Ganking the Mei, bush ganking the Mei, and killing her before she is even able to hit her trait. That is something that is so frustrating. As a tank player, I understand that so much.
Hey, Brainer, you know I have tools to check bushes before you walk in them, right?
Hey, so did she. So did
I
she.
know.
It,
I'm
it
just
happens to
saying.
both
I'm
of
just
us.
saying.
It happens to all tank players. All tank players blind check bushes, especially when you feel safe.
I think once you get up into the master GM level, that probably doesn't happen so much. What do you
What a
think?
coincidence. Did you know that I'm a master tier tank player? I didn't
Yeah,
know
and
you
how
knew
many times
that.
did you die today, Brainer?
I mean, not enough. We won.
but those are the questions I had prepared for you. Let me go ahead and turn it over to you guys for all the shout outs I'm sure you want to give.
I'd like to shout out, obvious shout out, Emily, my girlfriend. I'm sure she can hear me. She's upstairs right now.
Oh, I love you, Emily.
We all love it. We all love Emily. Everybody equally.
Not like I do.
And CCS as an org, obviously.
CCS?
CCS, baby.
Yes.
Got anything else, May?
I'll shout out my dad, who's probably watching either that or he went to bed.
Ghost
and,
Dad, let's go.
Yeah,
Ghost Dad.
St. Basil. You might see him around the Nexus. And also shout out to Wolf. He could have taken my spot for the playoffs, but he let me in here, so I appreciate it, and I hope you do proud.
Yeah, jokes on Wolf for taking his team over. Ghost is now the permanent.
Wolf is the captain, the sideline captain, and we have our group of 5 guys now. We decided executive vote.
Brainer made himself the captain and then
Yeah. They executed Order
and then
66.
voted for everyone.
Yeah, a shout out to their team. Good games. Really good game. Game 2. You caught us, of Garba Stitches. So,
Yeah,
good
for
game with
sure.
that. Yeah. GG's overall. So,
And Valk's mom, what up?
Valk's mom. Shout out to you. Shout out to the casting
of
team,
course.
NGS. Enemy team. Eric already said that.
yep. I think so.
Shout out to Blizzard in whatever capacity we're allowed
Let's not.
to. Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not
You're going to
Blizzard
jail,
anymore. No. I'm gonna get bonked.
All right, yeah, that's it.
All right, it's time for our celebratory ARAM.
Yeah,
All
see ya.
Yep, I'll let you enjoy that. I'll go ahead and get out of your way. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Too late.
Yes, baby.
Let's go.
Das Vidanya. And with that, let me go ahead and see where I can take you guys, because that is the end of this series, and it is a midnight 30 for me. Granted, I'm not super good at sleeping, and I probably won't be going to sleep, but I am going to stop talking to you all, because I can, and you can't stop me. Okay, it looks like there are no other NGS casts going, so I'm actually going to abuse the fact that you guys are all here and bring you over to one of my favorite people, like one of my best friends. So don't feel obligated to stay, but I just want to go ahead and slam him with a decent sized raid.